Hello, welcome to AERI. My name is Rob Hammond, I'm the president. Our mission is to keep your production lines moving. Let me show you how we do that. In this video, we describe step 3 of our 3-step process, internal characteristics. The next few tests require some highly technical equipment. We are authenticating the composition of the parts and the internal characteristics. Using an XRF device to check for authenticity has become standard practice. X-ray fluorescence became a very important tool to determine whether or not parts meet RoHS requirements. Most product manufacturers cannot use RoHS prohibited materials in their products anymore due to government restrictions. To use XRF for counterfeit detection, we compare the materials specified in the datasheet to the leads on the parts we're inspecting. If the material composition doesn't match the datasheet, it's very likely the parts are fake. Then we open up the parts to see what's inside. Decapsulation oftentimes gives us the strongest assurance of authenticity. Confirming that the die is correct gives us great confidence. Unfortunately, this isn't necessarily easy. The silicon die is not always clearly marked with the manufacturer part number. The markings on the die are so small, I like to say that finding the part information, even with the microscope, is similar to trying to find a Coke can on a busy football field from far above. It's not uncommon that the manufacturers use other brands' die due to partnerships or consolidations. We have similar problems with part numbers on die. It's very rare that the entire part number is listed on the die. Usually it's just the part number family. And even more difficult is when it's marked with a die mask number, which is totally unrelatable to the actual part number. That is why we have to look at the die topography as well. After opening thousands of different parts, we have quite a library to compare parts to. There are also telltale signs of different part types that you can see just by looking at the die layout. We also look at copyright dates. If a part was obsoleted in 2005 and the die was copyrighted in 2015, we got some big problems. Once we have the parts opened up, we can get a close look at the wire bonds. If a die has been removed from one part and put into another, there may be 2 wire bonds on top of each other, forming a snowman figure. It's been proven that the counterfeiters are harvesting used die, then remanufacturing parts with perfectly new packages. And lastly, X-ray is a great way to get a glimpse of the internal structure of the parts without destroying them. It works very well in conjunction with decapsulation. Once we know that the die in the part is correct, we can confirm the rest of the lot matches the decapsulated part using X-ray. One of the main observations our techs are looking for is the wire layout and bonding. Are all the wires bonding to the same locations? Are the bonds similar in size? Are they all attached? It is also important to confirm that the die is the correct size and consistent throughout the lot. The attention to detail throughout our process, along with the comprehensive review of the parts, are what differentiate AERI. We go through this painstaking process to keep your production lines moving while assuring your customers that your products can be trusted. To learn more about our additional steps in our inspection process, or to speak with someone about your electronic component needs, call one of our search experts or visit our website at aeri.com.